Today is episode 12 of our Goodwill series, and we are at one of my favorite Goodwills of all time. Out of all of the 55 plus Goodwills, this is one of my favorites.
Like, it would take you a week to visit every Goodwill in Portland.
That needs to be a thing.
Right. My husband's full of great ideas, but this might be my very favorite. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to be taking you with me to every single Goodwill within the Goodwill Industries of the Columbia Willamette. I went on their website and guess what? It turns out that there are over 55 Goodwills in this region. So join me as we travel around Washington and Oregon, thrifting each Goodwill, looking for items to resell. This is going to be a thrift series you are not going to want to miss, so don't forget to subscribe. And let's go check these Goodwills off one at a time.
You are biting off something.
You put the idea in my head and I am running with it.
We are in Warrenton, Oregon, at the Warrenton Goodwill on the Oregon coast.
Now it's not opening time, it's actually 10:30 in the morning, so it opened a half an hour ago, but I'm still crossing my fingers off that we're gonna have good luck.
We're sitting here and I'm watching all these people walking in front of us. So
I know, we
should
better go.
probably
All right,
going.
let's get thrifting. It's kind of nice. I like that it has that little leaf design on the top rim. $4.99. Artist signed. Yes, please. Now that is an interesting teapot. Oh, the little baby sheep is broken on the top. This looks like a pretty nice wine rack. Ooh, that's actually very heavy. I'm not familiar with this, but I have a good feeling about it. It's $9.99 blue, and our color off this week is yellow. We looked it up, and it's Macasa, I believe, and it looked like a lot of them retailed online for around 60 or 70. So we're gonna get it, and I might actually use that at home, possibly. Might sell it. It's a little bit heavy for shipping, but either way, I think that's $10 is a good price for it. Here's a nice little tiny brass bowl. It's only $1.99. They say designed by IKEA. Who designed them?
I don't know,
Someone with a swoopy signature.
like a doctor.
Yeah. It's like an initial.
I'm sure it's somebody like that they partnered with that is actually known. I just don't know who.
I think this is in pulley, but it would have originally had a stopper in the top. It's only $12.99. Don't see any chips or cracks. Let's see if we can find the topper to this. This is interesting. It's a little chimney, but it's got this thing on top of it. Is there even a hole in the bottom?
What do you do?
I don't know, but I really want the base section of it. I love the little handles.
Oh, it's put together. That
Oh, here
doesn't
it is.
come
Here's
off.
the hole. How does the smoke go up in the hole? It doesn't?
I don't know.
That's weird. Usually there's some kind of a hole. I'm not sure why they fused those two together. If you go back and look at the bottom of this, on the inside, it's finished like it was meant to be two separate pieces. I don't know. That's interesting. That's too bad because I love this design up here at the top.
I wonder if you're supposed to build a fire and then like put water in here and it heats it or something. And
What about?
Oh,
like
but there's a
that?
hole here.
There's
This
a
is
hole,
all
that
going to
could be
come
a
out.
spout. So what if you heat and then you pour out of the spout? So maybe it's like to warm brandy or something. I don't know.
That's at the
Something like
bottom.
that. Yeah, for the
Oh,
spout.
you have maybe a cork in there or
And
something.
you pour your brandy or your whatever it is that you're warming up in the top. You warm it up at the bottom and then it comes out the spout. I do like this bowl. It's got a little leaf tree design in it. Ooh, that's only $1.99. No chips? Let's get her.
Oh.
It's got a cat on it. Oh, that's kind of cute. $4.99. Oh, we're getting that. That's a cool cat. I like that. Do you think that's uranium glass? It has that kind of yellowish glow to it.
I don't know anything about uranium glass, so I
Oh my
couldn't
gosh,
tell you.
it's just dirty. Look, that's just like grease.
Nicotine, do you think?
Blech. Just kidding.
Yeah, I look at it too. Like, is it Hager or something like that? Do they
might
make
be.
horses like that?
$14.99. Ooh, nice and heavy. Doesn't have any signature on it. It's pretty neat. I've been looking for more sculptures for the shop. That's actually been one of my biggest goals. Been finding just so many candle holders and things like that. It's just got this one little chip here. I think we should get that. I think that is something different. Oh, it's a planter.
Oh, yeah.
Then we're definitely getting.
So that means the chip, although the chip sucks, it is on the back side because you would have it this way.
Yeah.
So at least you don't even really
I would
see
actually
it.
not, personally.
What?
I would have a plant growing up behind it, and then it's like, because you see the face of the horse.
Oh, is that the way it goes?
That's my personal.
No, you're right.
See, because it's just so
You're right.
majestic from the front.
You're right.
Oh, that's exciting. Let's definitely get that.
You know what you could do with that?
Black nail polish.
That's right.
Here's a nice little wall pocket planter. Artist sign, $3.99. Nice, in good condition. I kind of like this little jar. Do you think that this is to put potpourri in so you can smell it out the holes? Or do you think that's for, like, maybe you're supposed to have garlic exposed to the air or something like that?
I think those are all
Valid
potential uses.
potentials.
I think anything but like water, you probably wouldn't want to put
Anything
water in
but
there.
water.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this one for $4.99. It's also signed on the bottom. We're doing good on studio pottery today. It's $19.99.
It's older. What is it? Can I flip it over?
Yeah, you can flip it over. Let's take a look. That's really interesting.
Someone paint it black? I think it was
Maybe.
brass originally.
Ooh, if it's brass,
See?
oh, we're scraping that off. Yep, you
Wood
can see the
base.
spray paint right there.
Yeah, someone spray painted this.
We've got a project. Yeah, you can see the brass or the gold tone underneath.
Yeah.
Is this newer?
Yeah, it's a wall sconce.
I kind of like those with that Art Deco stacked look. I've been on the hunt for some nice minimalist brass frames with good matting already in them. So we are getting this. It's $20, but look how big it is. And we're gonna just replace the art. It's a print. We're gonna put something different in there, but not bad price for such a nice solid frame. It's in really good shape. You really wanna check these corners when you get these frames. They can usually be tightened by the little screw system inside here on the back. You wanna make sure that it's not missing these though, because if it's missing those, it's kind of hard to get a nice tight corner.
You look for the art, not just for the art, but the frame too. 'Cause
Yep.
you might get a good deal and a nice frame.
That's exactly right. We found a second one of these wine holders. So we're actually going to get both of them and use them in our basement where we keep our wine. I don't know anything about masks and if they're valuable or not. I thought this one was interesting. It's $12.99. It's signed Tibet.
I think it's just kind of cool.
It is kind of cool. I love traditional art like this. It's so fascinating. I'd love to learn the history of it. It actually fits your head really good.
Well, I can see right out of
It's
it.
less scary than some of the masks that you hold up. I actually like this one. And also I just spotted some studio pottery that I passed because it was hiding behind that piece of wood. I wonder if someone put it there. Look at how hidden it is.
Someone snuck it back there.
Oh, it's a good one. Artist signed. Kind of hard to see the signature, but it's there. And it's only $9.99. Nope, our cart's already full. We're doing pretty good. This is why I love this Goodwill. I always do good here. You know what I'm going for?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Anything organic, freeform. It does have a chip on it though, unfortunately. But it's only $1.99. That would make a beautiful bowl for staging.
Not a sell item.
No, I wouldn't sell it because the chip actually dips in. Sometimes if there's just a little chip that you can touch up, it's not too bad, but that one's pretty noticeable.
Yeah, sometimes it's
try
just a
my-
chip on the finish, not the actual pottery, right?
Yeah. And then in that case, like if there's just like a glaze imperfection, I would just note it in the listing. But I could also try my kintsugi and see if I can get that filled in. I just found this pot with the drainage hole in it. Artist signed. Look
Oh,
at how
wow.
cool that is. And it was in a cart I'd already looked at and somehow I missed it.
Oh,
I know, I'm surprised.
it's worth taking a second look.
Unless someone else set it back down in there afterwards. Maybe they thought about it. But $6.99.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's funky.
You did good. Look
Yeah.
at all this stuff.
This is a good little car full for stop one.
Agreed.
Backseat down day.
Backseat down day because of the art. not bad. We did pretty good in there. I love that Goodwill for a reason. I always end up with a full cart. We had to actually like pull everything out to get scanned before we could even start putting anything back in the cart because we had so much stuff tucked underneath there. We did really good on studio pottery, and I see a lot of comments asking why we find so much studio pottery here in Oregon when we go thrifting. The reason why is because Oregon and the Pacific Northwest has always been a hub for creatives and artists and makers. To this day, we still have so many new young artisans that are learning the craft of making pottery. So we're very fortunate to get to live somewhere where there's an abundance of it.
I think the maker and craft movement has become part of the culture of the Pacific Northwest.
It absolutely is. I think there's also a lot of wood sculptures here in the Pacific Northwest too. We're on the Oregon coast right now, and I'm seeing like carved wood bears and carved wood seagulls everywhere, like at hotels, in front of houses. I feel like there's just a lot of that here in Oregon. Are there a lot of pottery makers or wood carvers where you are from? I'm so curious.
All right, next stop is the Tillamook Goodwill. A baby cart.
It's so small though. How are we gonna fill it?
It's a little
We're gonna
kitty
fill
cart.
it easily.
Kids cart.
Ooh, it's popping at this Goodwill.
Yeah.
Did you know I was immediately gonna go directly for this?
No.
Guatemalan, Mayan, Ken. Oh, because of that $25 sticker,
Yeah.
they've got $12.99 on it.
Right.
Darn, that's too bad. It's quite pretty.
Did you know I was gonna go straight for the walnut pottery?
No, but I should have assumed you would. It's got a cute little squirrel on it. That's so funny, because you're not kitsch.
It's funny because I don't know the words I'm looking for actually. 1970 something.
I don't know if there are words for it. What is this tile thing right here? What? Why does it have to be a football? That could have been cool.
It's for your Super Bowl party, Laura.
No, that could have been cool. I was loving the green. It almost looks, this is stained glass, and it almost looks like malachite stone. Elvis?
Honka
You know,
honka.
your uncle does collect Elvis, but I don't think he needs everything in the world Elvis.
I think he already has it, actually.
Yes, this is probably true. That smells good. It's like vanilla. Ooh, $6.99. Those are in a little bit rough shape for $6.99. This is a popular place probably to find Oregon myrtle wood because the factory is actually just up the road. Do you need a dispenser to go with your little squirrel dish?
Mr. Peanut.
So how does this work? You pull it and then it slips behind it.
I think this is for squirrels, just so you know.
Oh my God.
Or birds or something.
Yeah, squirrels maybe, and you teach them to push a button and then they get nuts.
Or maybe not. I don't know.
No idea.
No, because you turn it and then it...
Turn it?
See?
No, you just push it.
No. Look, see, you got nuts in there. And it's got a little notch, and then you turn it, and the notch catches a nut, and then it drops it down.
How funny.
I don't think it's for squirrels.
No, well, they could be smart squirrels if you want to train your squirrels. Maybe that's
Squirrels
what you need.
with thumbs.
I did not expect that to be plastic. I should have because I am in the plastic aisle. I just thought it was misplaced and I was kind of excited about that. I'm not ready for Halloween. I'm so sad because all these end caps are covered in Halloween stuff and it's still summer.
Like, it
And-
just turned August.
And none of the good vintage is gonna get put out here because it's gonna be all cheap Halloween. What's with all the picture lamps today? This is our second picture lamp. So funny.
It doubles. I mean, it's dual purpose. It's
I
dual
guess.
action, if you will. You can, like, light up your room or get a glass of water.
I guess. Well, that was quick. We
Yeah.
we were in and out of that store in a couple minutes. There's a lot of screaming. There's a lot of loose humans running around, and so we ended up not finding anything. It was almost entirely Halloween. I got a candle. for $6.99, and it smells good. It smells like vanilla. Sniff approved.
I did give it a sniff.
You gave it a
I
whiff?
gave it a sniff, and it passed the test.
Now we are headed to the Goodwill in Lincoln City, Oregon. This is another one I typically do good on, so fingers crossed we've got good luck today. Who knows what we'll find? Maybe we will score at the next Goodwill. I take it back. I just found a cool piece of pottery in the Halloween decor.
Why was that in Halloween decor?
I don't know.
I think it's just in like a fall.
Oh yeah, this one's more fall. I mean, there is a spider though. But there's hope, my friends. There's hope. Even if you see Halloween everywhere, there's hope. Never give up hope. I was recently saying how I never find old baskets at Goodwill. Look at this.
What's that?
These are pretty nice. Old Southwestern ones. They're pretty worn, faded. $6.99. So funny, one of my friends just found an entire set. I think it was 18 or so of these wooden train pieces. She was saying that each individual one sells for like $30 to $40 online. She found a ton of them at a Goodwill in a big plastic container. But anyways, this is $12.99 for the 3, but I know she already got an engine, so I'm not gonna get it for her.
You want to like make a wall mural out of it?
Jesse was saying these are old Left Coast Revivals items.
Yeah, you get these little trivet thing.
They've already been donated back.
Little nutcrackers. Yeah, I know. Oh, there's a Left Coast Revivals tag on the bottom. Something. Old cigar boxes.
Interesting.
Something I know nothing about, but they're kind of cool little things to store stuff in.
I'm thinking somebody donated a whole estate, because over here there are these velvet boxes and these look really old too. I don't think anything is in them. Oh, maybe they don't open. Maybe these are just displays. Interesting.
Like risers of some
Yeah,
kind.
for like an old jewelry display or
Yeah.
something. Look at that.
I think you're right.
This one's kind of cool actually. It's only $1.99.
Maybe they're like real life Tetris pieces. And
The
you'd-
velvet Tetris. If I was doing markets, I would actually get the L-shaped one for displaying cups.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing markets, so I'll leave it for someone else maybe that does markets. These are kind of cute. They could be great little salt cellars. $1.99. Okay, let's do these 3.
What is this?
It's a butter bell. Let's put it in our cart because it's fabulous, and let's hope we can find whatever goes on the bottom. Not that. So much potential with these shelves. I'm already feeling like I'm well recovered now. The hour drive and full shelves is making me feel better after the last Goodwill. Well, that's interesting. It's a candle holder. I wasn't expecting that.
What would you put in a basket that would go around something burning like that? Especially something
Nothing.
small burning.
I don't think anything. We still haven't found what that goes to. But we're looking. Oh, is this it? Please be it. Yes, it is. It sure is.
You think so?
I absolutely do. Look at the color of that tan. And it fits.
But what,
It's
but
just
what
a
is
cover.
It?
It's a
I'm trying to
cover.
figure out what it is.
It's a cover.
But they're priced
put-
separately.
Well, sure. That doesn't mean that it wasn't made together.
Huh.
Laura says yes. Either way, I'm putting them together.
It works, so I have my reservations that was made
All right.
for it.
All right. Comment below. Do you think that was made for it?
But look at that.
I mean, because they had to underestimate. Otherwise, it would.
I don't know. Thank you.
I'm trying real hard to sell it, but I'm going to get them both either way. I like it. Needs a little love, but
That's what you saw from way down there when we were walking by the aisle?
Yeah,
You
it was-
told me to wait. And
I said, let's go. I see something in the Christmas aisle. When normally we skip this aisle. I mean, I know it's just a cute little wooden candle holder, but I'm excited about it. $3.99.
No, I'm just was like, your eye caught this thing?
Yeah, amongst all of this.
Yeah, good job.
Thanks.
do we got here?
Are those uplights?
Yeah.
Sweet.
$7.99.
And there's 3 of them.
We're getting them.
We're getting them?
We're getting them.
Yay! Jesse loves lighting and he really loves uplighting.
We'll do some.
You saw his party mode.
Can't wait for these to start a fire at home.
No, you're gonna rewire
I
them.
know I am.
I thought you just said like 20 minutes ago you didn't want any more project pieces. At least I didn't buy this for you.
That's only when you grab a project piece for me.
Fair. It's the kiss, Jesse. Look, this is the painting that I was telling you about that we are going to go see in Vienna with our group trip with the Christmas markets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see the real thing. I was so sad I missed out last year, but I went to a Christmas market instead. This year, we're going to go see the real thing. So cool. Okay, we are gonna get this old table and I'm gonna restore it to a light natural finish, but not in this video. But it's actually a really lightweight wood. We think it's probably some kind of a pine. You can see the knots in here and it's only $24.99. It's nice, it's solid wood, it's got scalloped edges, it's got cool feet, and I can just imagine what that would look like with a complete restoration. Found this vase hiding underneath on the bottom shelf, and look at the lip on this.
Oh,
Good thing we hadn't checked out yet all the way. I went to go use the restroom and I come back with more stuff. I also got this giant solid wood frame and it was only $14.99. It wasn't priced, so we had them go take it to the back and they came back with $14.99. It's massive. I think it fits a 16 by 20 piece of art. We're actually reloading the car right now to fit the table in it, but I found 2 nice frames and I'm very excited because I have several pieces of really large art that need good frames on them. We have some buddies in the back. It's definitely a backseat down day.
Yeah, I bet you're happy. That was a good stop.
It made up for the other stop, and as I was ready to leave, I spotted this beautiful vase on the bottom shelf. It was kind of tucked back there hiding. Look at the lip. Isn't that incredible? The mouth of the vase. I don't know what else you call it.
That actually,
What?
that might be accurate, actually.
Is this called the mouth or the lip? I mean, this specifically looks like lips, but I kind of think it's called the mouth of the vase. What do you think?
I don't know.
The lip of the vase doesn't sound right. I feel like lip sounds like on a plate or like the edge of something, like almost like a rim, the lip of it. But I feel like those sure look like lips. It's like a fish. I love this thing. I think it's super weird and fabulous. Let me show you the signature. We don't know who this artist is.
Yet.
It looks, yeah, we don't know who this artist is. Whoa, bumpy. We don't know who this artist is yet, but it looks to us like Raphael, but the F in the middle looks like an S because it doesn't have a line through it. So is it raw seal? Raw seal. That doesn't sound.
Sounds appetizing.
I think it's losing its
I'll have
appeal.
the
I think it's
raw
losing its
seal.
appeal. Every word that comes out of my mouth, it loses a little more
Maybe
appeal.
it's the only one in existence.
I love it. Kind of looks like algae almost. It has a very sea theme to it, to me. Kind of looks like a fish with algae. Don't you want to buy it now?
Good pick me up after, the less than ideal experience in Tillamook.
it
That's
happens.
why you go all the time
Yep.
and you don't get discouraged off of one experience.
Don't lose hope.
Go to the next one and it's going to be awesome.
Yep. So we have something to tell you. That sounded very dramatic. I'm sorry.
Jeez, I was like,
We have a secret.
We have
to
a
tell
secret
you.
announcement.
No, it's not a secret at all. And in fact, you're actually not going to like what we're going to tell you right now. But there's a very good reason for it. This was the last episode of the traditional Goodwills, meaning not the boutiques,
and not the outlets, which we call the bins. We are doing them, but it's gonna take us a little bit longer to film those because we wanna do them justice. That means that we have to go to each of the 5 bins on 5 separate days. If you just kind of walk through those aisles and glance in the bins, you're not gonna find anything. You have to get down and dig. So we are gonna be filming it POV style. We are each gonna have a camera strapped on us and you're gonna get the real experience. Our goal with those episodes is to make you feel like you are actually at the bins shopping and digging with us.
A little bit different than the usual.
It's gonna be different. It's gonna be worth waiting for.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be like 6 hours long. It might be a 6-hour long video.
I don't think anyone's gonna watch us for 6 hours.
I think
so.
Someone would watch us for 6 hours.
At least one of you out there. I know
don't
one
know.
of you out there could hang with us for 6 hours.
Still videos that are going to be coming out.
Yes, we've actually got a backlog of content. We have travel content we have not had time to get to. Those videos take so long to produce properly, and so hopefully we're going to be able to get to those. We've got some summer picking that we've been doing over the last few weeks that you haven't seen yet.
It's just the official Goodwill series is just going to take a couple weeks off.
Couple weeks.
While we get 3 more episodes done, right?
Yes. We have
boutiques.
The bins. We have the bins.
What's the next one you're going to say? Boutiques?
And the recap.
And a recap.
So many of you have asked if we are going to do anything at the end of the series to kind of go over what this experience was like, what our best finds were, which Goodwills are our favorites, and we are going to be doing that for you. I can't wait. We're even going to watch a reaction video to some of the shopping that we've done because I'm not going to lie, we've done so much shopping this summer that it's all kind of blurring together. So we're gonna be able to really break it down for you.
I think it's good, like a follow-up, like what did we get, what
some of the
shouldn't
things that
we have
sold.
got?
Yeah.
Like what sold and for how much, and kind of like just to button it all up.
Button it up, that's his favorite term.
We're gonna button it all up.
We're gonna button it up. We're gonna package it nicely for you. But those 3 videos are gonna take a little bit of time to produce. So please be patient for them. And if you're watching this in 3 weeks from when this video launches, they're already probably out. So you might not even have to wait if you're not watching this as soon as it's posted. Episode 12. That's incredible. Do you realize that means we are going to have a total of 15 episodes for this entire series? So excited. I already can't wait to do it again. We're going to be waiting a little bit because we've got some big things coming up, including taking 30 of you to Paris and 20 of you to Belgium to go flea market shopping. When we first started traveling a few years back, we did a lot of research into the best practices to keep your devices safe, and that is how we found out about NordVPN. And it's been a staple in our household and on all of our devices when we travel ever since. Our entire business is on our devices, so they are incredibly important for us to protect. Whether we are at a local cafe where we live in our hometown, or we are traveling abroad and we are getting on airplane Wi-Fi, hotel Wi-Fi, or a random Airbnb, it is so important to us to protect our data and our information, and we do that by using NordVPN. It gives us that confidence that we need to know that all of our data is secured and safe. And I am so thrilled today to be collaborating with NordVPN, a company that we have been using for years. Get NordVPN plan 2-year plus 4 months extra at nordvpn.com/Caldwell. It is risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Become safer online with a single click, and you will never miss out on your favorite content, even when you're traveling or staying at home virtually. With NordVPN, you will stay safe from malware with Threat Protection Pro, and you will never stop with the fastest VPN on the planet. It is privacy-oriented. There is no tracking what you do online. Your traffic is always protected with robust encryption. And you can turn on the kill switch to make sure that your data is never exposed by accident. They offer 24/7 customer support to help you wherever and whenever you need, along with a 30-day money-back guarantee for all users. They have dedicated apps for all major platforms, and you can have one account that protects up to 10 devices. And one of our favorite features of NordVPN is the Threat Protection Pro. In addition to improving your security, Threat Protection Pro stops many types of web attackers. Unfortunately, there are so many bad eggs out there, and you really need to know that you are protected on your devices. If you sit down at a cafe and you pull up Wi-Fi looking for that cafe name, it is possible that there are fake accounts out there to mimic and look like the location that you are at attempting to get on their Wi-Fi. That is why NordVPN is so important, because it will catch that even if you don't. So head to nordvpn.com/Caldwell to get your 2-year NordVPN plan plus 4 months free. A huge thank you to NordVPN for collaborating on this video with us today. We had an amazing time shopping at the coast, and I really wanted to pull out all of the studio pottery that we found today because we found so much pottery and it all looks beautiful when it's put together.
We really found some great stuff. Let's go ahead and start over here. So this one I almost missed. It either got set back while we were walking around or somehow I overlooked it in one of the carts that they had just rolled out. It was $6.99. It's signed MY, and I just thought it was a really fun one. Very 1970s looking to me, and I like the little thumbprints in the pottery. And then this beautiful vase, the shape on this one's really wonderful. It's very heavy. It has an artist signature. It's just really hard to see because it's just barely cut into it. I haven't been able to make it out yet. It's a really nice vintage vase. And then of course, my fish one. I love this one. This one's kind of neat too because it's a bowl. It is also signed on the bottom. There's actually a stamp there. It's kind of hard to make out. It's got this cool texture to it and I love the colors on it. I just thought all of this stuff looked so good together. It makes me so happy when I get home and I pull everything out of the car and I'm like, yes, this is why I pick up these pieces. They might not look that exciting when they're on the shelf all by themselves, but when you put them together or you style them up with other unique finds, they really stand out. I thought it was great that I found these 2 different kind of organic free-formed bowls. This one's really neat because it has a leaf or a tree imprinted into it. That one was only $1.99. And this one didn't have any noticeable chips. Unfortunately, this one does, but I'm okay with that. It's right here on the back side, and you don't even see it when you have the bowl down like this. You really can't see it. It's something I might be able to fix too. I've got a stash of items that I'm going to try out my kintsugi on, so I might add this to that shelf of items I'm setting aside. I'm also going to keep this one for staging because I just think it's so beautiful, and I love, love, love the sagey green color. I'm pretty sure this is a butter bell, and I'm pretty sure that's the one that goes with it. I mean, it's almost perfect in coloring. Unfortunately, I did have to buy them separate. So that one was $4.99 and then this one was $3.99. It's kind of faded. I was kind of bummed that I had to buy them separate, but you know what? $9 all in. I still think it was worth it, mostly because of this cool design on the top. And I also got this beautiful vintage blueberry bowl. I thought that would be so pretty in the summertime, having fresh berries out in it. It is vintage, and this brand retails probably for around $30 to $40 for this. So for $6.99 and it's in perfect condition, I thought that was a great find. And then look at this candle holder. I spotted this one down the aisle. It was $3.99 and it still needs to get cleaned up, but I know that's going to look amazing. And I might even set it aside and mix it in with a couple other candle holders and sell it as a set of 3 with mixed matched shapes and sizes. These were a really good find too. They're Southwestern hand woven baskets. They're all a bit faded, but that typically doesn't bother me because it just shows that they're actually older. They were $6.99 each, and I got this entire stack of them. I need to get these cleaned up, and all of these goodies, except for this little bowl right here, are all going to be coming to my next online shop sale. And this king cat tray was a really good find. We only paid $4.99 for this, and I will pop in some similar sold comps. And I picked up these plaid curtains because I thought that these would make a really beautiful tablecloth. It was $12.99 for the set of 2, so now I have 2 tablecloths for $13, and I really think this is going to look beautiful to do a summer picnic. The classic red and blue checkered is just not quite my style, but I feel like I could really pull something off with this more neutral pattern. So stay tuned for some styling videos that I have in the works, including some that are going to wrap up some of my favorite finds from this Goodwill series and how I decorate with them.
Smash it! Smash the like button!
We are getting goofy. We always get goofy at the end of the day, don't we?
Yeah.
We'll see you in a few weeks in episode 13. But in the meantime, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss all of the other awesome content that we have coming out here very soon. Have a wonderful day and happy picking wherever you're at, and we'll see you in that episode very soon.